Welcome to today's Explainer. We're jumping right into a really incredible adventure today. We're going to dive deep into a beautiful piece of biblical text from the book of Psalms, specifically Psalm 84, to discover exactly what it means to be close to Him. So if you've ever wondered what it's like to take a journey straight toward God's dwelling place, well, you are in the perfect spot.
Okay, to get us rolling, I want you to really think about something. Have you ever wanted to be somewhere so badly? I mean, think about your absolute favorite vacation spot, or maybe your grandparents' house where you literally always have the best time. Imagine wanting to be there so much that your whole heart actually aches just thinking about it. You know that feeling? You just can't stop talking about it, and you honestly can't wait to pack your bags. Well, that is the exact same feeling the writer of this biblical text had.
The writer of this biblical text says, "How lovely is your dwelling place, Lord Almighty. My soul yearns, even faints, for the courts of the Lord." Man, they are expressing a deep, powerful longing just to be in His house. Their heart and their flesh are crying out for the living God. It completely shows us that His presence isn't just, a nice place to visit on the weekend. It's absolutely the best place we could ever possibly be.
Now, when our hearts are completely set on getting closer to God, we're on what the biblical text calls a pilgrimage. A pilgrimage is basically a special journey toward Him. You can kind of think of it like a giant, wonderful road trip where the final destination is God Himself. And just like any great road trip, this journey is filled with some amazing sights, really important lessons, and a whole lot of growth along the way.
A home for the birds, finding safety near Him.
As we actually start this journey, the biblical text gives us a brilliant little object lesson using some tiny, everyday animals. The writer notices something really beautiful. Even little birds, like the sparrow and the swallow, have found a home and built nests right near His altar. Just imagine that for a second. The grand, mighty house of the Lord Almighty is also a safe, quiet place for a tiny little bird to build her nest. These birds are mentioned here because they show us just how wonderful it is to find safety, build a life, and raise a family as close to Him as possible. Think about it. If the Lord Almighty makes sure a tiny sparrow has a perfectly safe home near His altar to raise her young, just imagine how safe and incredibly loved we are when we choose to make our home near Him. It's pretty amazing, right?
Strength for the journey, walking through the valley. But hey, as anyone who's been on a super long trip knows, a pilgrimage isn't always easy. The road trip definitely takes us through some tough places. The biblical text talks about travelers passing through the valley of Baca. Now, Baca means a tough, dry, weeping place. It's basically the hard part of the journey. But here's the cool part. When travelers whose strength is in Him walk through this hard, dry valley, He gives them the amazing strength to completely transform it. They make it a refreshing place of springs filled with beautiful pools from the autumn rains. He literally turns a thirsty, difficult place into a place of life and water. So as we walk through our own hard times, our own dry valleys, He gives us exactly what we need. It's a process. Step 1, we're trusting Him in that dry valley. Step 2, we go from strength to strength. We don't get weaker, we actually get stronger. And finally, step 3, we appear before Him in Zion. He walks with us every single step of the way, making sure we have the power to just keep moving forward.
The math of heaven. Where would you rather be? Now we get to a really fun part of the biblical text. Look at this number, 1,000. The math of heaven tells us that just one single day in His courts is better than 1,000 days spent anywhere else. I mean, imagine spending almost 3 whole years at the best amusement park in the world. The biblical text is saying that just one day with Him is way, way better than that.
It is so wonderful to be near Him that the writer makes this huge statement. They say, "I would rather be a doorkeeper in the house of my God than dwell in the tents of the wicked." Really think about that. They would rather just stand at the entrance and hold the door open at His house than live super comfortably in a place where people do wrong things. Just being near His door is the greatest privilege in the world.
Our sun and shield, the ultimate protector.
As we look toward the end of our journey, we learn exactly who He is to us and how He protects us. The Lord God acts in 2 absolutely amazing ways for us. First, He is our sun. Just like the real sun gives the earth light to see and helps plants grow and gives us warmth, He gives us life and guides our path so we always know where to go. And second, He is our shield. Think of a mighty superhero shield perfectly blocking arrows and danger. He offers us ultimate protection along the way, keeping us totally safe from harm.
Trusting in Him today, the ultimate blessing.
Knowing that He is our sun and shield means we can completely rely on Him for absolutely everything we need. Because He loves us, He bestows, which means He gives favor and honor. In fact, the biblical text promises that He won't hold back any good thing from those who follow Him and try their best to walk blamelessly. And by the way, blameless just means doing our very best to make good choices and follow His path with a pure heart. When we do that, He showers us with good things.
The entire pilgrimage we've been talking about boils down to this one incredible promise from the end of the text. Lord Almighty, blessed is the one who trusts in you. It's really that simple. We are truly, deeply, and forever blessed when we put our full trust in Him. As you go about your own special journey this week, whether you feel like you're resting safely like a bird, or maybe you're walking through a dry, tough valley, remember that He is always right there with you as your sun and your shield. So, I'll leave you with this. How will you choose to trust Him today?